Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Becky Long and today I'm going to be talking about price concerns. Is that an issue for you? So before I get started, I like to talk about why I'm qualified to even discuss these things. So I was sick and in the hospital years ago, and unfortunately I wasn't given any answers. So I decided to become a health coach so I could learn more information for myself. But then it became my mission, and it remains my mission to this day, to take the information and all the resources that I gathered along my journey and share them with other people so that it's faster and easier for them to go from wherever they are presently with their health to wherever they want to be, whatever that means for them. The goals are completely up to them. I try to share this message with as many people as possible because I think there are a lot of symptoms and diseases that people just kind of deal with that are not necessary. And I think that it's very sad because it takes them away from what they really want to focus on and what they want their life to be about, what they're really passionate about. And like I said, I don't think that needs to be the case. I've helped a lot of people come back from the brink of disease and illnesses, and even people with full-blown illnesses. And all the people that I work with always talk about the healthy, quote, side effects that they never even expected along the way, because lifestyle changes are really that powerful. I mean, I try to really, drive that home in every video and every post that I make, because food really is that powerful. It's crazy the things that it's capable of doing. So I always, try to tell people to harness that. And, I tell people to try to take advantage of that as often as they can. I mean, we have at least 3 or more chances a day to really take advantage of that. And I think we definitely should. And yes, there are ways with a healthy enough diet and lifestyle to reverse disease. And unfortunately, that can be a little bit more strict. But I think prevention is even cooler. So that's why I do what I do. So back to the topic of today of price concerns. Because I think a lot of people use that as one of the, I'll say, excuses. I think it's one of the things that people notice first about a plant-based diet, and what they always say is a hindrance to them eating a plant-based diet. It's just the amount of cost and, just the expense involved in eating that way. And when the objection used to come up, I really used to, launch into all different kinds of justifications and the different things I had read or I had watched. And, I try to give lots of different ideas to people, but, that never changed any minds. I mean, it's just like how people talk about debates. Like, it never really changes minds, right? It just gets people more fully entrenched in what they already believe, because nobody wants to be told that there's a different way out there, or that, there are other reasons that they may not have considered. They don't necessarily want to be taught that. So recently I watched a podcast, though. It was actually a Veganuary podcast. And just a little side note, little reminder, Veganuary is something you can join at any time during the year. So you can still join that today. It doesn't have to be in January. But they were talking about how it's probably a value issue, because people will pay a lot for things that they see value in, right? And they, anything that is really valuable, they don't have a problem investing in. I mean, the biggest thing is, like, it used to be the issue of protein, used to be the biggest thing that people would point to. But as far as research has shown now, and a lot of people are pretty familiar with the fact that protein is pretty even, whether it's plant-based or a meat-based. Protein is the same for any kind of thing that we want to use it for, whether it's exercise or just having protein in general, building muscle, things like that. It's pretty even. I mean, you might actually give more points to plant-based protein just because there's not the inflammation, so you actually can recover faster if you're using it for something like exercise and muscle building in that way. But then plus the big plus for plant-based foods is that it offers fiber, which we know people are very, very deficient in. And so I think that kind of should push it over the edge, right? It's a win-win. So why wouldn't it be something that more people would do and just more people would adopt? And I think, why wouldn't it be a steal, right? So I think they might be onto something. I think it might be the value that's not really communicated very clearly. And I don't know how to make it more clear, but I think that's just a very interesting way to look at it, that it's more the value than the price. And you should really take into consideration what you are fully getting, not just, what necessarily the swaps are, but what you're getting in addition that you wouldn't have gotten if you hadn't chosen a plan. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I'm on all different social platforms. So we have a bunch of links down in the comments or down in the descriptions, I mean. So we have our Benefits of Eating Plants, which is our Facebook group, our Transition Nutrition in Real Life, which is our monthly mastermind. And then here on YouTube, you can definitely follow. You can, subscribe to the channel so that you're notified when new videos come out. And please like, comment, share, all those kind of things. Sharing especially really helps my mission to really get this message out to as many people as possible. So I thank you in advance for that, and I really do appreciate it. And like I say in all these videos, I want this to be as useful as possible. So if there's ever any topic that you want me to cover, if you want to suggest something, go ahead and comment down below or reach out to me privately and let me know what you want me to cover, what topic you want me to cover. And also if there's anything you think I may have missed that you want me to cover, please let me know that, or, if there's anything you think I may have missed that you have to add to the conversation, then please let me know that as well. And drop it down in the comments so we can all learn together. Maybe you have some kind of personal experience with something that I talked about that, it's useful just to share with everybody else. So I think that's about it. Until next time, have a beautiful and colorful day. Bye, everybody.